Sabah al Khair students. So this is just a continuation part 2. Part 1 we discussed dimensional analysis and its application, like we can find SI unit, we can find second one is we can we can just convert, we can switch from one system to another system, either from MCAS to CGS or CGS to MCAS. We can just convert from one system to another system, right? We took one example. So in this video it is a continuation part. Don't think it is a separate. I'm just giving you more numericals in this part. So my recommendation is just watch part 1 for the basic concept of it, and then part 2. Okay, so in part 1 we did one question. This is my question 2, and it's asked in the board exam, board 2009. Okay, the question is energy. You have to convert energy. They have given you have to convert energy. Which energy you have to convert? 1 joule to ergs. I don't know how 1 joule equals to how much ergs. We don't know. So this is just second numerical. Let's do it. So first what you have to do, first step is you have to understand what is this. You have to convert joule into erg. So first you have to just break joule, and at last you have to end up in MLT, and then you have to go to SI unit. With MLT you can drive SI unit, and then rest of the things will move to. So first we just do the post-mortem of this 1 joule. Okay, so 1 joule is what is joule? Joule is the unit of energy. Okay, joule is the unit of energy. Correct. What is energy? Energy is nothing but your work done. Correct. Now what is work? In my previous video also we discussed how we drive a work in dimensional formula. Again we will do it just for more and more practice. Okay, so work is equals to force into displacement. What is force? Force is equals to mass into acceleration into displacement. Can be written in terms of length, because displacement is nothing but length. You are just if you go from one point to another point, you just measure the length of that point, of that path, right? So displacement in terms of length, mass m, remember mass. So now we are left with acceleration. Acceleration is L upon T2 into this L. Correct. Now what you have to do, you just have to write m L square. When t moves to denominator, it will be -2. So now we convert this joule to work, and we are end up in MLT unit. Now can I write from here? We can do one more thing. We just find out SI unit. What is SI unit? So for SI unit in MK, since joule is in MK system, right? So we have to go from MK system to CJ system. Correct. So mass here is we are splitting joule. Okay, so we are just going to MK system. So in MK system, mass is kg, length will be in terms of meter, and time in terms of second. Correct. Now what are the powers? So m to the power a, L to the power b, and MLT, t to the power c. So if you compare both sides, you can see a is equals to 1, b is equals to 2, and c is equals to minus. Hope it's not too fast, because I already discussed all these concepts in part 1. I discussed one numerical also. Only in this part we are moving forward. We are doing more and more practice. Okay, so we already know the formula is N1 U1 is equals to N2 U2. What is N1? We are going from MKS to CJ system. So here we want to convert 1 joule. So N1 here is 1. N1 is equals to 1. What is U1? So U1 is this M1. U1 is equals to M1 to the power a, B1, sorry, not BL. I'm sorry, L1 to the power B and T1 to the power C. Okay, what is here N2? N2 I don't know, because that's what asked in the question. 1 joule is equals to how much earth? I don't know. What is U2? U2 is M2 L2 and T2 to the power A to the power B to the power C. So just put this in the formula. You are left with N1 is equals to M1 L1 T1 A, B and C, and N2 I don't know, equals to M2 L2 and T2 A, B and C. So this multiplication will be same. So M1 I just put it over here, M1 upon M2 to the power A, L1 upon L2 to the power B, T1 upon T2 to the power C is equals to N2, correct? Now we want M1. What is M1? M1 from this is 1 joule. When we say something is 1 joule, when we have standard quantity, that is mass, it will be in terms of kg. Look, 1 kg, 1 meter and second to the power minus 2. Then we will say this is equals to 1 joule, correct? So mass is 1 kg, and here M2 is, what is my M2? Okay, just I'll come to this point. Listen, just write one more step. M1 is equals to 1 kg. M2, I'm going from mk's to cj's. What is 1 joule definition? 1 joule definition 1 kg, and L1 is equals to meters, and T1 is equals to seconds. Look students, I'm saying M1 to the power A. We will deal with A, B, C in just a moment, okay? I'm just writing what is M1. M1 should be in terms of kg, L1 should be in terms of meter, and T1 should be in terms of seconds. Okay, and what is my M2? M2 is of course ergs in terms of ergs, that is CJ system. So M2 must be in terms of grams. L2 will be in terms of centimeter, and T2 is in terms of 1 seconds. Maybe some of you are thinking only we can write 1 kg 1 gram over here, L1, and just powers makes very big difference in one question to another. You are basically right, but here only we want 1 joule conversion into some ergs. That is only we are dealing with simple quantity. If I want to say how much there 1 joule equals, if I want the value of 5 ergs, 6 ergs, 7 ergs, 10 ergs, so that also we will deal with next in give me a few moments. After this question I will clear that concept also. So it's not necessary they will ask about only 1 gram. Maybe they want how 100 grams. Maybe they want to know the answer in terms of how much 1 joule in 100 grams, 200 centimeter or 3 seconds. They can ask anything. But in this question we have this M2, L2 and T2. Okay, so every concept you get clear. Just wait, have patience, just go with the flow. Okay, M2 is equals to now can we put these all numbers in this? So M2 1 gram to the power A, L1 1 meter upon 1 centimeter. It just so happened in this question 1 kg 1 gram 1 meter 1 centimeter 1 second 1 second. The case will not be same in all the questions. We will deal with that type of questions also. 1 second upon 1 second, because in CJS in MK system we just have seconds. Okay, so 1 kilogram it means 1000. 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams. So can I write 1000 grams? So that unit is cancelled out because N2 is a dimensionless quantity. What is A? A is equals to 1. Very nice. 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter. What is the value of B? V is 2. 1 second. 1 second. And what is the value of C? Is minus 2. So minus 2 is equals to N2. So gram to gram cancel. We have 1000 to the power 1 is 1000. Centimeter to centimeter cancel. 100 into 100 into second to second cancel. 1 to the power minus 2 is 1 N2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 to the power 7 is equals to N2. Means 1 joule is equals to 10 to the power 7 hours. So it is the value of 1 joule. To just, we are converting how much 1 joule. If I ask about how much 5 joule into hours, so you will say 1 joule is equals to this much hours. So 5 joule is equals to, what about 5 joule? 5 joule is equals to 5 into 10 to the power 7 hours. Correct. So in this question they have asked about conversion of simple 1 joule to how much hours. So rest of the thing we can easily find out. If we know the value of 1, we can find the value of many. Okay, just take one more question. The question is, this is question number 3. The question is, find the value. They have asked about find the value of 60 joule per minute on a system that has, we want to find the value of 60 joule per minute on a system that has 100 gram, 100 centimeter, 1 minute as a base unit. So what they wanted to know? They wanted to know the value of 60 joule per minute on a system. On a system means grams, centimeter, minute. They want to know this value in terms of the on a system. This on a system means they want to know the value of this in terms of the system. So till this time you get this is in terms of grams, this is terms of centimeters, so it means this is CGS system. So they want to know the value of CGS system. So what is this system? This is MK system, but obvious. Okay, but okay, we don't know what is whether it is MKs or not. Let's say you don't know whether it is given, it is in terms of joule, so joule will be MK system. So in this question they have asked about to convert MKs to CGS again. Just take we don't know what is this, whether it is MK system. We just want to confirm it. So what we did in earlier also, what we did, we just split, or just step by step we deal with this 1 joule. First we get into our knowledge what is this 1 joule implies to us. Okay, similarly what is this 60 joule per minute implies to us. Let's deal with this. So solution is, they have 60 joule per means divide per minute. Correct? Okay, fine. What is joule? Joule is a unit of energy. It means 60. It is energy. 60 joule is equals to energy. Correct? What is this is, if no number is there, it means 1 minute. Okay, per minute it means 1 minute. 1 minute, since in MKS or in CG system we always took time in terms of seconds. So 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. 60 to 60 cancel out. It means joule per second. Joule per second means joule is a unit of energy and second is your time. So can you remember this formula? What is this formula? This is your power. Power is energy per unit time. Energy unit joule and power time unit second. So joule per second is MK system. Okay, what is joule? How can we say? We just before we energy unit, you remember this is mL2T minus 2. Joule energy we split into work done, force into displacement, again mL2T minus 2. Okay, fine. We will again do this question in appropriate way. We never look just back. I'm not going to just tell you in previous question. Okay, we will do this question in a very fine way as if this is our new question. Okay, so joule per second, it means it is confirmed this is MKs. We have to convert MKs into CGS. Let's deal with this. So joule means energy. What is energy? Energy is equals to, can I write energy as work done? Okay, what is work? Was is force into displacement. What is force? Force is equals to mass into acceleration. Displacement will be in terms of length. M is the mass, acceleration is L T2 into length. Okay, so it is ml square t denominator and this. If some students are watching it on, if some students are watching only part 2, so for that I just you can skip. Okay, I just want to tell you for acceleration how I drive this lt2. For that, students, you just skip forward. Okay, a acceleration is equals to velocity upon time. Velocity can be written as, what is velocity? Velocity is rate of change of displacement. So displacement upon time is velocity, and already one time is here. Okay, this is in formula. Velocity is displacement upon time, and this time is from acceleration. So displacement is L, t into t is t square. So that's why I write acceleration as L t upon 2. Okay, good. So we just split 60 joule. We first find what is this 60 joule per minute imply, that is power. Then we split this. We want, what we want? We want power to be in terms of mlt minus 2. Okay, we want this thing. Now students, one more thing. We have find the energy in terms of mlt minus 2 dimension, but we want power. And what is power? In question they asked about 60 joule per minute. I'm correct. So power is we have to find power in terms of dimensional formula. So power is energy upon time. Correct. What is energy? Energy is in terms of dimensional formula mlt minus 2. Correct. And what is time? Time is t. So ml2 t, this t when goes up becomes t to the power minus 3. So power now is this. Can you find SI? Yes. This is MK system. In MK system, mass is kg, length is meter, time is second. Okay. Now this is 1 kg, 1 meter and per second time. What about its powers? Power, can you compare mlt to the power a, b, c? So if you compare both sides, you will get this is 1. So a is equals to 1. B is equals to, this is b. Can you compare b with, this is 2. C is equals to, can you compare, this is equals to minus 3. Okay. Very nice. We get this also. What is our formula in this question? Okay, we have formula formula n1 is equals to n2 u2. How much is our n1? N1 is we cancel out 60 to 60, so 1 joule 1 second. It means we are dealing just for, this is 60. Maybe you think n1 is equals to 60. No, n1 is not 60. When we just break it out, we find that it is for 1 joule 1 second for per unit. Per 1 joule 1 second is your power formula. So power n1 is your 1. N1 is 1 joule upon 1 second, no? Right? So this represents your n1. N1 is 1 into u1. U1 is m1, l1 and t1, a, b and c. What is my n2? I don't know n2. N2 you have to convert in terms of 100 gram in CGS system. So n2 again I don't know. What is my u2? m2, l2 and t2, a, b and c. Now listen. Now some of you wondering why this is 100 gram, 100 centimeter and 1 minute. That's what I told you in previous question, that it may be not always the case for 1 gram and 1 centimeter. In this question they wanted to know this 1 joule, 60 joule per minute in terms of 100 gram, 100 centimeter and 1 minute. Correct? So now my m1 is 1 kg, my l1 is 1 meter and my t1 is 1 second. Remember, 1 joule per second. Okay, this is the definition for 1 joule per second, right? But what is my m2? M2 is 100 grams, L2 is 100 centimeter. What is my T2? T2 is 1 minute. Okay, we will convert this minute all into second. Okay, So again, come back to this formula. We have m1. Can I just divide this to this, m1 m2 to the power a, l1 l2 to the power b, and t1 t2 to the power c, and this equals to my m2. Correct? What is my m1? 1 kg. How much is my m2? 100 grams. What is the value of a? Is equals to 1. L1 is equals to 1 meter. What is my L2 is my 100 centimeter, and B is equals to 2. T1 is equals to 1 second, and T2 is equals to 1 minute. What is my C? C is equals to minus 3 is equals to N2. Okay, 1000 grams, 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams. We have to deal with units also. We just cancel out the units. That's why kg to gram. Only then it will cancel out. Okay. 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter to 1 second. 1 meter is equals to 60 seconds to the power minus 3 is equals to N2. Correct? 2 zeros, gram to gram cancel. This all cancels out. Okay, fine. So 10 to the power 1 is 10 into 1 to the power is 1 into 1 upon 60 to the power minus 3 is equals to N2. So 10 into 60 to the power minus 3 is equals to N2. So 10 into, this would be plus 3 now, because 60 when it goes up it becomes plus. So 60 into 60 into 60, which is equals to N2. 6 6 are 36, 36 6 are 6 6 are 36, 10, 19, 20, 21. 2 1 6 1 2 3 4 into 10 to the power 4 is equals to N2. So what does it imply? It implies that 60 joule, let's write on a new page. Okay, fine, no problem. Okay, fine. It means we have N1. What in question they ask about 60 joule per minute into they wanted to know is in terms of they wanted to know the value for 60 joule per minute. They wanted to know this value for 100 grams, for 100 centimeter, and for 1 minute. So when we converted it, this 60 joule per minute gives us 1 joule per second. Okay, then how this equals to how much? This equals to 216 into 10 to the power 4 units. Okay, so this is our N2. Okay, we have lots of questions on this formula, on this dimensional analysis for conversion of one system to another, for find out these constants value 1 and 2. We have lots of formula. Remember students, this 1 joule per minute, that is joule per second, into this is we wanted to know how much joule per second in terms that how much this MK system, when we want to know that base unit, that N2, we wanted to know how much we have to multiply with the base unit so that we will get 100 for 100 grams, 100 meter in 1 minute. Okay, so this is the value of our N2. And this way we have lots more question on it. So what we did in this video, we learned some questions about the uses of dimensional analysis. How dimensional analysis good for us. Dimensional analysis, with the help of this we can easily find SI unit. We can switch from one system to other system. Okay, so Are there only two uses of this dimensional analysis? No. A dimensional analysis also used for error correction. One more use. Error correction. Error correction means, suppose you have given some formula and you want to know whether this formula is correct or not, or whether you want to drive this formula is correct or not correct. You wanted to know about it, or you want to form a new formula with some physical quantities. So whether you wanted to know whether this formula is correct. For example, we know that force can be written as mass into acceleration, correct? Or work done, energy, you know that energy can be written as mgh, or energy can be work mass, energy is equals to force into displacement also. So what is correct formula? So whatever formula if you have a different type of physical quantities, different time, you can, with the help of dimensional formula, you can check whether your formula or physical quantities that you put, whether your formula is correct or not. Okay, so with the help of dimensional analysis, you can correct any formula, you can find whether formula is correct or not, or you can put this term over here or not. So this is one more, but this we deal in next part. So thank you for watching video, hope you like it. Khuda Hafiz.